She was told to lose weight and stay quiet, but instead she became the loudest voice in Caribbean music and laughed all the way to the bank. Nadia Batson is winning right now, but most people have no idea how she went from being broke in Trinidad to becoming one of the most powerful voices in Caribbean music. Her story didn't start with money or famous parents. It started in a regular house in Port of Spain where her family counted every dollar. Born December 7, 1976, young Nadia had nothing but a voice that made grown people stop talking when she sang. At just 8 years old, she started singing special Muslim songs called qasidas at her school. These songs are super hard because you need perfect control and tons of feeling. While other kids ran around playing, Nadia stayed inside practicing her voice over and over. Nobody knew this little girl would one day shake up the entire music industry. When Nadia hit her teenage years, she joined an all-girls group called Silhouette. This was her first taste of real music business. In that group, she learned things nobody teaches in school. She figured out how to share the spotlight without fighting, how to make her voice sound good with other voices, and how to deal with arguments when everybody wants to do things their own way. These lessons became gold later when she started her own projects. After Silhouette ended, something huge happened. She got picked to work with Andre Tanker's One World Contraband. Andre Tanker was a big deal in Trinidad, the kind of name that made other musicians jealous. Working with him until he passed away in 2003 gave Nadia instant respect in a world where women usually got ignored. The year 2005 flipped everything upside down. Nadia became the main female singer for Kess the Band, and boom, her whole life changed overnight. She went from small shows to massive stages during carnival season. If you don't know about Trinidad Carnival, imagine the biggest party you've ever seen, then multiply it by 1,000,000. The whole country stops working and just celebrates for days. Millions of people fill the streets dancing, and the music blasts from every corner. For 6 straight years, Nadia rocked stages with Kess the Band, learning how to control huge crowds, how to make thousands of people jump at the same time, and how to turn a regular song into something people never forget. But here's the smart part nobody talks about. While she helped make Kess the Band super famous, she was also studying the game, taking notes, and planning her own takeover. In 2007, Nadia shocked everybody. She entered the international Soca Monarch competition with a song called My Land and finished second place in the power category. This is massive, and here's why. The Soca Monarch competition is like winning an Olympic gold medal for Caribbean music. Thousands of singers dream about just getting in, and most never make it past the first round. Nadia didn't just get in, she beat almost every big star and grabbed second place. My Land wasn't your typical party song. It made people feel something deep, made them proud to be from Trinidad, made them want to wave their flag high. This was Nadia's way of announcing to everyone, I write my own stuff, I have my own style, and you better remember my name. But Nadia had bigger dreams than just singing backup for someone else's band. In 2011, she made a move so bold that people thought she was crazy. She left Kess the Band, where she had job security and good pay, and started her own all-female band called Sassation. Let that sink in for a second. She walked away from guaranteed money and a successful position to start something brand new that might completely fail. Why would anyone do that? Because Nadia had a vision. She was tired of being the token girl in male-dominated bands. Sassation was her statement to the world, women don't need men to succeed in soca music. Women can build their own stage, create their own sound, and win their own awards. Young girls watching Sassation suddenly believed they could grab a microphone and become stars too. Between 2014 and 2015, Nadia landed a judge spot on Digicel Rising Stars Trinidad and Tobago, which is basically like being a judge on American Idol but for the Caribbean. This was a genius career move. It put her on television every week, made her face familiar to people who never went to concerts, and showed she wasn't just talented at performing but also at teaching. Parents started recognizing her. Young singers started wanting her approval. She was building something bigger than just music fame. She was building influence, and influence opens doors that talent alone never can. Now let's dive into the songs that made Nadia a household name across the Caribbean. Her songwriting is completely different from normal party music where the words barely matter as long as the beat slaps. Nadia writes like she's having a conversation with you about your real life. Take her song Pieces for example. It blew up because it talks about getting your heart smashed, feeling totally broken, and then slowly picking up those pieces and building yourself back stronger. Women everywhere connected with this. Hairstylists played it in their salons. Office workers played it on lunch breaks. Women going through bad breakups had it on repeat for months. Nadia put feelings into words that women felt but couldn't express. And that kind of connection is pure magic. Then came So Long, and this song changed the game completely. It's not about a woman begging and crying for a man to stay. It's about a woman who's completely done, who's sick of being treated badly, who packs her stuff and walks out with her dignity intact. In Caribbean culture, there's tons of pressure on women to forgive cheating, to stay in toxic relationships, to keep trying even when it's destroying them. Nadia's song gave women permission to choose themselves, to walk away without guilt, to say I deserve better and mean it. That message is revolutionary when you think about how much pressure society puts on women to stay quiet and accept disrespect. Her song Fallon goes deep into vulnerability. It's about being terrified to open your heart again after someone hurt you badly. It's honest and raw. These aren't just songs you dance to and forget. They're like therapy with a good beat. They're Nadia having real conversations with millions of women who finally found someone brave enough to speak their truth out loud. For Carnival 2025, Nadia released Best in a While and In Mess Space, to completely different vibes. Best in a While is that feel-good energy that makes you grab your friends and hit the streets during Carnival. It's about finally feeling happy after going through rough times, about laughing without worrying, about dancing until your feet hurt. In Mess Space flips the mood entirely. It's about setting boundaries with people who drain your energy, about protecting your peace, about telling folks to back up when you need time alone. Both songs shot up the charts because Nadia gets something other artists miss. People need different music for different moments. Sometimes you want to party. Sometimes you need songs that validate your feelings. Nadia delivers both. Her recent track Bartender proves she can still make straight-up party bangers. The beat is fire, the lyrics are fun, and when it drops at any Caribbean party, the whole place erupts. What makes Nadia's catalog special is the range. You can play her at a huge street party and everyone goes wild, but you can also play her alone in your car driving home and feel like she understands exactly what you're going through in your life right now. Here's where Nadia proved she's not just talented but business smart. She created something called the Artform Concert Series, and this move put her in a completely different league from other soca artists. Think about it, most soca singers only perform at big fetes and carnivals where they get maybe 15 minutes on stage maximum. They rush through 2 or 3 songs and then they're done. There's zero time to really connect with fans. Zero time to show everything they can do as artists. Artform exploded that entire model. These are full-length concerts where Nadia controls every single detail, which songs get performed, how the stage looks, what the lights do, what order things happen. Everything. Artform concerts happen in Trinidad and in New York, bringing Caribbean communities together for nights that aren't just about music. It's about celebrating culture, about feeling at home even if you're thousands of miles away, about being proud of your Caribbean roots. These shows sell out incredibly fast because fans know they're getting a complete experience, not just a quick performance. Nadia brings out guest artists, creates special segments that tell stories, and uses every minute to showcase her full range as a performer and producer. Each Artform concert makes her brand stronger, creates tons of social media content, and proves to everyone watching that she's not just an artist. She's a businesswoman who knows exactly how to build and protect her empire. In August 2024, Nadia brought Artform to London and performed at the Troxy venue. This is huge because it shows she's not just big in the Caribbean anymore. Caribbean people living in London, dealing with cold weather and missing home, packed that venue to reconnect with their culture through her music. She's evolved beyond being just entertainment. She's become a cultural bridge, a piece of home that travels the world bringing people together. Nadia constantly tours throughout the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean. Every major city with a Caribbean population begs for her to come perform. Toronto, New York, Miami, Houston, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, and more. She packs venues because she brings authenticity everywhere she goes. She's not trying to sound American or fake a different accent or be someone she's not to get more fans. When Nadia hits that stage, you get real Trinidad energy, pure soca culture, authentic Caribbean vibes. Communities turn out in massive numbers because she represents them properly and makes them feel proud. Now let's talk about what makes Nadia truly special and different: her approach to body confidence and self-love. In a music industry absolutely obsessed with being super skinny, wearing barely any clothes, and looking like an Instagram filter, Nadia shows up as her authentic self. She's curvy, she's confident, and she owns every inch of space without apologizing to anyone. Her message to women cuts through all the noise. You don't need to be thin to be gorgeous. You don't need to change your body to be successful. And you absolutely don't need anyone's permission to be confident in your own skin. This message hits incredibly hard because Caribbean women come in every possible size, shape, and shade, but mainstream media usually only celebrates one narrow type. Nadia's powerful presence on stages and in music videos gives regular women permission to love themselves exactly as they are right this moment. Her Instagram shows over 317,000 followers. And the content isn't fake perfect photos. You see her sweating hard during rehearsals. You see her rocking her natural hair texture. You see her being goofy and silly with friends, being serious about her craft, being vulnerable and real. She posts makeup-free selfies sometimes. She shares behind-the-scenes moments that aren't polished or glamorous. This authenticity builds a connection that filtered, perfect celebrities can never achieve. Her followers feel like they genuinely know her as a person. Like she's their girl who happens to be famous. Like she understands their daily struggles because she keeps it real with them. Nadia also works as the brand ambassador for Digicel Trinidad and Tobago, which is one of the Caribbean's biggest telecommunications companies. This partnership shows brilliant business thinking. Her face stays on billboards across the country, in television commercials during prime time, in stores where people shop, keeping her visible and relevant even between music releases. It's guaranteed steady income. It's non-stop brand building. And it proves that major corporations trust her reputation enough to represent their products. This is the real secret to building wealth in entertainment. You never rely on just album sales or concert tickets. You create multiple income sources that all support each other and create financial stability. What most people never hear about is Nadia's incredible heart for giving back. She's working on launching the Nadia Batson Foundation. But here's what separates her from celebrities who do charity work for social media likes. Nadia has been quietly helping struggling communities for years without posting about it or bragging. She grew up poor, so she personally remembers what it feels like to worry about food, to need help and not know where to find it, to watch your parents stress about money. Her charity work stays private and personal because it comes from genuine care, not from wanting good publicity. People in Trinidad communities know exactly what she does even if Instagram never sees it. And that kind of grassroots respect is worth more than any award. In her personal life, Nadia married Don Eco George, who also serves as her business partner. Having a spouse who truly understands the entertainment industry is invaluable because they can strategize together, make tough decisions together, and build the empire as a united team. It's not just about romance and love. It's a complete business and life partnership. Tragically, Nadia lost her brother in December 2022, which devastated her emotionally. But even through that intense grief, she kept working, kept performing, kept showing up for her audience and fans. That demonstrates incredible strength, professionalism, and commitment. Nadia's musical influences explain why her sound is so unique. She loves Lana Del Rey, the American artist famous for sad, cinematic, emotional songs that feel like watching a movie. She also loves Machel Montano and Destra Garcia, who are absolute legends in the soca world. This interesting mix of influences is exactly why Nadia's music has emotional depth and storytelling that goes way beyond typical party tracks. She studies how Lana creates atmosphere and deep feelings in her songs, then applies those same techniques to soca music, creating something fresh and different that stands out in a crowded industry. At 48 years old right now, Nadia Batson proves that success in music isn't only for people in their 20s. She's thriving, growing stronger, and getting better at an age when tons of artists have completely faded away and been forgotten. Her skin glows with health, her stage energy is absolutely infectious, and her voice sounds more powerful than it did 10 years ago. She takes care of herself physically and mentally, stays humble and grounded despite all her success, and never forgets her roots in Trinidad and Tobago. People who meet her in person always comment on how warm, genuine, and bubbly her personality is. There's zero celebrity attitude, no acting too important or too busy for regular fans. This rare combination of humility plus incredible talent is exactly why she continues growing while other artists plateau and disappear. Looking toward the future, Nadia wants to collaborate with artists from completely different music genres, which would introduce soca to brand new audiences who might never have discovered it otherwise. She wants to run songwriting workshops where she can pass down everything she's learned to the next generation of artists. She's not satisfied with just maintaining her current level of success. She wants to expand it further, explore new creative directions, and push everything to higher levels. This constant hunger, this relentless drive, this absolute refusal to settle for good enough is what separates true legends from artists who have one hit song and then vanish forever.